it's the Paradise Unicorn Priestess bringing you day 52 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. And this would be February 21st if you're starting at the new year. And this portion of text is healing as the recognition of truth. Truth can only be recognized and need only be recognized. Inspiration is of the Holy Spirit and certainly is of God according to her laws. Both, therefore, come from the same source, since inspiration comes from the voice of God and certainty comes from the laws of God. Healing does not come directly from God, who knows her creators as perfectly whole, yet healing is still of God because it proceeds from her voice and from her laws. It is their result in a state of mind that does not know her. The state is unknown to her and therefore does not exist, but those who sleep are unaware. Because they are unaware, they do not know. The Holy Spirit must work through you to teach you. She is in you. This is an intermediary step toward the knowledge that you are in God because you are part of her. The miracles the Holy Spirit inspires can have no order of difficulty because every part of creation is of one order. This is God's will and yours. The laws of God establish this, and the Holy Spirit reminds you of it. When you heal, you are remembering the laws of God and forgetting the laws of the ego. I said before that forgetting is merely a way of remembering better. It is therefore not the opposite of remembering when it is properly perceived. Perceived improperly, it induces a perception of conflict with something else, as all incorrect perception does. Properly perceived, it can be used as a way out of conflict, as all proper perception can. The ego does not want to teach everyone all it has learned, because that would defeat its purpose. Therefore, it does not really learn at all. The Holy Spirit teaches you to use what the ego has made to teach the opposite of what the ego has learned. The kind of learning is as irrelevant as the particular ability that was applied to the learning. All you need do is make the effort to learn, for the Holy Spirit has a unified goal for the effort. If different abilities are applied long enough to one goal, the abilities themselves become unified. This is because they are channelized in one direction or in one way. Ultimately, then, they all contribute to one result. And by so doing, their similarity rather than their differences is emphasized. All abilities should therefore be given over to the Holy Spirit, who understands how to use them properly. She uses them only for healing because she knows you only as whole. By healing, you learn of wholeness. And by learning of wholeness, you learn to remember God. You have forgotten her, but the Holy Spirit understands that your forgetting must be translated into a way of remembering. The ego's goal is as unified as the Holy Spirit's, and it is because of this that their goals can never be reconciled in any way or to any extent. The ego always seeks to divide and separate. The Holy Spirit always seeks to unify and heal. As you heal, you are healed, because the Holy Spirit sees no order of difficulty in healing. Healing is the way to undo the belief in differences, being the only way of perceiving the childship as one. This perception is therefore in accord with the laws of God, even in a state of mind that is out of accord with hers. The strength of right perception is so great, it brings the mind into accord with hers because it serves her voice, which is in all of you. To think you can oppose the will of God is a real delusion. The ego believes that it can, and that it can offer you its own will as a gift. You do not want it. It is not a gift. It is nothing at all. God has given you a gift that you both have and are. When you do not use it, you forget that you have it. By not remembering it, you do not know what you are. Healing, then, is a way of approaching knowledge by thinking in accordance with the laws of God and recognizing their universality. Without this recognition, you have made the laws meaningless to you. Yet the laws are not meaningless, since all meaning is contained by them and in them. Seek ye first the realm of heaven, because that is where the laws of God operate truly, and they can operate only truly because they are the laws of truth. But seek this only because you can find nothing else. There is nothing else. God is all, in a very literal sense. All being is in her who is all being. You are therefore in her, since your being is hers. Healing is a way of forgetting the sense of danger the ego has induced in you by not recognizing its existence in your sister. This strengthens the Holy Spirit in both of you, because it is a refusal to acknowledge fear. Love needs only this invitation. It comes freely to all the childship, being what the childship is. By your awakening to it, you are merely forgetting what you are not. This enables you to remember what you are. And the lesson, which is lesson 52. And it is a review of lessons 6 through 10. Today's review covers these ideas. 6. I am upset because I see what is not there. Reality is never frightening. It is impossible that it could upset me. Reality brings only perfect peace. When I am upset, it is always because I have replaced reality with illusions I made up. The illusions are upsetting because I have given them reality, and thus regard reality as an illusion. Nothing in God's creation is affected in any way by this confusion of mine. I am always upset by nothing. 7. I see only the past. As I look about, I condemn the world I look upon. I call this seeing. I hold the past against everyone and everything, making them my enemies. When I have forgiven myself and remembered who I am, I will bless everyone and everything I see. There will be no past, and therefore no enemies. And I will look with love on all I have failed to see before. 8. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I see only my own thoughts, and my mind is preoccupied with the past. What then can I see as it is? Let me remember that I look on the past to prevent the present from dawning on my mind. Let me understand that I am trying to use time against God. Let me learn to give the past away, realizing that in so doing, I am giving up nothing. 9. I see nothing as it is now. If I see nothing as it is now, it can truly be said that I see nothing. I can see only what is now. The choice is not whether to see the past or the present. The choice is merely whether to see or not. What I've chosen to see has cost me vision. Now I would choose again that I may see. 10. My thoughts do not mean anything. I have no private thoughts. Yet it is only private thoughts of which I am aware. What can these thoughts mean? They do not exist, and so they can mean nothing. Yet my mind is part of creation and part of its creator. Would I not rather join the thinking of the universe than to obscure all that is really mine with my pitiful and meaningless private thoughts? Okay, and that is the review lesson for today. And until next time, may your practicing be a joy.